The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, text number 25, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on August 28, 1972, in Los Angeles.
So, in the beginning, there was no impersonalist or voidist. These are later additions. In the Vedas it is stated, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pasyanti Suraya. This is Vedic mantra. Suraya, those who are great sages, they are always looking forward to see the lotus feet of Vishnu, Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. So, in another Vedic mantra there is Jang Brahma Varunanda Rudram Marutasmananti Dibbhai Savai Vedai Sang Padakrama Upanishadai Gayanti Jang Samaga Dhanavastita Dadagatina Manasa Pasyanti Jang Yogino Yasyantangana Vidu Sura Suragana Divaya Tasmai Nama. Jang Brahma. Brahma is the original living creature within this universe. So he worships the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead. He worships not the impersonal Brahma Jyoti. He worships the person. Young Brahma, Varunandari, they were the first creation and sages, Marichi, Vasishta, Atreya. There are 7 great sages, first born. All of them worship the personality of the Godhead. Bhejire, Munaya, Atha, Agre. Agre means in the beginning of creation. Later on, they have deviated, or as the ages are going on, people are becoming degraded in the standard of spiritual understanding. In the Satyuga, 7% people were aware of their spiritual necessity of life. Next Yuga, 75%. Next Yuga, 50%, and this Yuga, Kali Yuga, 75% are rascals, and 25% they are little wise. And out of that 25%, mostly they are fruitive actors. Therefore Bhagavad Gita says, Manusyanam Sahasreshu. So, in this fallen age, they have manufactured so many things, but actually in the beginning, Agre means in the beginning, all the sages, they worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Vejiri Munaya Athagre Bhagavantam. There are absolute truth is manifested in 3 phases. Brahmeti, Bhagavaniti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti. So Bhagavan is the last word in the absolute truth. So here it is said, they did not worship Brahma or Paramatma. They worship directly Bhagavantam, Adhokshajam. Adhokshajam. And another name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Adhokshajam. Akhaja. Akhaja means direct perception. Direct means sense perception. Just like we see so many things directly with our eyes, we touch with our hand, we smell by our nose. These are direct perception by our senses. But Bhagavantam, Bhagavan, is Adhokhajam. He is beyond direct perception. Adhok. You cannot reach there by direct perception. Just like, I do not see God. Then what do you see? Your seeing power is very limited. Why don't you accept that? He is not appreciable by limited senses. Therefore his name is Adhokshayam. Adhokshanam. Sattang Visuddham. Sattang Visuddham. Satta, goodness. Satagun, Rajagun. That Sattam or existence, his existence is Adhokhaja, beyond our sense perception, and Vishuddham, Apapa Vidhyam, as it is stated in the Ishopanishad. Vishuddham is never touched by the material contamination. Vishuddham, Sattvang Vishuddham, Vasudeva Sabditam. Here, however good we may be, there is a material touch. But so far, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is concerned, his existence is Visuddhyam. Therefore he is called Para. Narayana Para. Para means above this material world, transcendent. So the material nature is created, everything here created at a certain point. But because he is above, therefore he is not within this creation. We cannot take Krishna as one of the created being like us. We are all created beings. But Krishna is not created. He is above creation. Before creation he was existing. Therefore his existence is not within this creation. That is Adhokhaja. Within this creation we can understand by experimental science. But which is beyond this creation, because we cannot reach there. Adhokhaja. Because we take everything by direct perception. And that is beyond direct perception. Adhokhaja. Kshemaya kalpanti jenutaniha. That is our real benefit. Adhokhaja. In the beginning also of this chapter, it is said, Savai pungsa paro dharma, jato bhakti adhokhaji. The same word, adhokhaji. Ahitukiya pratihata jayatma samprasidati. If you want real happiness, then you engage yourself in the service of the Supreme Personality of God, Chimaya. Then you will be happy. And if you take to other demigods, those who are material, that will be not your perfect happiness, but permanent happiness. Therefore in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Jajanti anna devata, kama, what is that? Hitagyana. Kama is tasya hitagyana. We have read, we have discussed that if you want to fulfill this desire, then you worship this demigod. If you want to be beautiful, then you worship Uma. If you want money, then you worship Prajapati, the treasurer of the demigods, Kuber. And in this way there are different recommendations. But the conclusion is that Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the kamastasya hitagyana, this material kam, lust, desires, for this purpose they worship different demigods. There is no necessity. Krishna stopped demigod worship to his father. when his father was going to arrange a festival for worshipping Indra, and he stopped it. The father was so affectionate, Krishna doesn't want it, all right, stop it. But Indra became very angry. Who is this boy stopping my worship? So he wanted to show his power. So for 7 days torrents of rain, and Krishna showed his power. He lifted the Govardhan hill, Girivaradhari, Govardhan hill to protect the Vrindavan-Vasi. Then he came to his senses that he is not ordinary coward boy, he is my master. Then he... So, Krishna is adhokhaja. Adhokhaja means beyond our sense perception. Therefore we have to know Krishna from Krishna, not by our speculation. Krishna means, that is frog philosophy. Frog philosophy is simply calculating with reference to his teeny well, 3 feet. So if we want to speculate, what experience we have got, what knowledge we have got, that we can speculate to understand the supreme, all-pervasive, supreme personality of Godhead, that is not possible. Therefore his name is Adhokari. If you want to know Krishna, then you have to take to this process of devotional service, rendering service unto him. Sevanamukhe hi juhado bhejire bhajadhat. Bhaja means sevaya. So bhejire. You have to take to this devotional service. And Krishna also says, bhaktyamam abhijanati javan jaschami tat. He doesn't say by knowledge or by work or by yoga, mystic, yogic power one can understand God. No, that is not possible. These are all akhaja, within the range of our sense perception. But bhakti is not within the range. Bhakti is the transcendental process. Anna vilasita sannam jnana karma anavritam. Jnana and karma, knowledge and creative activities, they are of this material world. And anna vilas, they are all of this material world. Anna vilas, desiring other than Krishna. So, leaving aside all these processes, we have to simply serve Krishna anukullena, favorably, as Krishna wants. So at the present moment, Krishna, what does he want? How do you know it? Yes, you can know it. Krishna, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared and he has declared his mission. What is that? Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. He says, whomever you meet, you simply speak of Krishna. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Krishna upadesh. The instruction given by Krishna, or the instruction given about Krishna. Just like this Bhagavad. This is instruction about Krishna, how to know Krishna. And instruction given by Krishna is Bhagavad Gita. He says, I am like this. I am like this. So we haven't got to make any research. Whatever is already stocked there, let us distribute it. What capacity you have got to find out Krishna by research? What? That's not possible. That is akhaja. Akhaja. Krishna is adhokhaja. Your paltry research work with limited power of sense, how you can find out Krishna? That's not possible. So we have to take instruction from Krishna to understand Krishna. Krishna says that I am the Supreme. You have to accept that. You cannot interpret in a different way. Yes, Krishna is supreme, all right, but not like that. Take it as it is. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhava, I am the original source of everything. Because our inquiries, every scientist, every philosopher is trying to find out the ultimate source. That is called progressive science or philosophy. But here we get the information. Why should we take so much trouble? Krishna says, Aham adirhi devana. I am the original of all demigods. Just like Brahma. Brahma is the first demigod within this universe. But he is not original. Original is Krishna. Aham adirhi devana maharshina. He says that he is the Adi. Adi Purusham. Brahma says Adi Purusham. The original person, Govindam, Adi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. So he is the Adi Purush, he is the original source. Every Vedic literature declares, every authority declares, he comes himself to declare. But still we are so rascal, we are finding out, making research work. What is Adi? This is called rascaldom. Everything is there. But the rascal will simply spoil their own time and spoil others' time making research work. This is called illusion. Everything is there. Sun is there, brilliant, and one is searching sun with a lamp. What is the use of this lamp? The sun is self-effulgent, you can see. Similarly, Krishna is self-effulgent. By Shastra, by authority, by action, everything. Why you are wasting your time? Wasting your time, yes. What is the reason? The reason Krishna says, Duskiti no, naradhama. Because they are very, very sinful. Duskiti, mischievous, miscreants, simply wasting money. They are taking huge salary, huge research fees from the government and simply misleading person. That is their business. Miscreants. Actually they want money. But to take the money, he has to bluff. Without bluffing, how he can take money? They will present themselves, I am great scientist, I am great philosopher, so give me money, millions of dollars, I will go to the moon planet, I will go to the Mars, and taking money and wasting, and because we are rascals, we are rascals. Oh, they are making so much advancement. Andhādathan dhiruponi yamana. We are following blind leaders because we are blind, we do not know. This is the position. Andhādathan dhiruponi yamana. So, we have to open our eyes. How? These eyes are open. Ajnana timidan dasya jnananjana salaka. Chakshur militam jena tasmai sri gurave namah. We are blind, we can have our eyes through the medium of bona fide spiritual master. That is required. Adu Gudbhasram. So this Adhokhadam Krishna, we have to worship. Adhokhadam. So we cannot see, if it is beyond our sense perception, how we can worship him. Therefore you have to take shelter of the spiritual master who has seen him. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sivaya. You try to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead by surrender. Pranipatena pariprasnena. First of all surrender, not asking before surrender. This is not allowed. If one is not a surrender, then he should not put any question. because the first principle is lost. First of all you must surrender, then put question. And when you put question, don't argue. Thank you very much.